Welcome to Emma English Practice. My name is Brain. I want to tell you something special. 5 months ago, I couldn't speak even a single sentence in English, not even, "How are you?" But with some practical tips and tricks, now I'm able to speak English fluently. Today, I'll share with you those tips which helped me improve my English, just in 5 months. So let's get started. Chapter 1. My wake-up call. 5 months ago, I couldn't speak even one complete sentence in English. Not even, "How are you?" without stopping to think too hard. I felt stuck, confused, and honestly, a little hopeless. But today, I can speak English clearly and with confidence. I sound natural, and I feel proud. And no, I didn't spend money on expensive classes. I didn't go abroad. I didn't read boring grammar books for hours. This is my real story, and maybe it can be your story too. I still remember the day everything changed. It was a normal afternoon. I was sitting in my room, scrolling through my phone, feeling bored. Suddenly, a YouTube video popped up. A young man was speaking fluent English, confident, clear, fast. He wasn't from America or the UK. He looked like someone from my own country. I couldn't believe how well he spoke. I was shocked. And then, I felt something else. Shame. I had studied English in school for years. I had read textbooks, watched movies, and memorized vocabulary. But when someone asked me, "How are you?" I froze. My heart beat fast. My brain forgot everything. My mouth stayed closed. After watching that video, I asked myself, why can he speak so well? And I can't. That question stayed in my mind. I felt frustrated. But that frustration turned into something powerful. Motivation. That night, I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, no more excuses. No more waiting. It's time to really learn English. I opened a notebook and wrote a promise. In 5 months, I will speak English with confidence. I will practice every day. I will not give up. Chapter 2. The Dream That Failed. Before I changed my way of learning, I had a dream. I wanted a better job. I wanted to travel. I wanted to talk to people around the world. And I knew English was the key. So I made a plan. I bought grammar books. I downloaded language apps. I joined an English class. For the first few weeks I worked hard. I read grammar rules every day. I memorized words. I made flashcards. I thought I was doing the right thing. But something was wrong. Even after all that studying, I couldn't speak. Not clearly. Not with confidence. I felt nervous to open my mouth. I could write a little, but I couldn't talk. I was still scared. One day, my English teacher asked me to speak in front of the class. My hands started to shake. My mind went blank. I just stood there in silence. After class, I felt embarrassed. I thought, why am I still bad at English? What am I doing wrong? But deep inside, a small voice whispered, don't give up. You just need to change your way. So I created a new dream, not just to study English, but to use English, to speak, to listen, to live it. I stopped learning the old way. I started learning like a child, by listening, repeating, and speaking daily. My first dream didn't fail. It just changed. And I changed too. Chapter 3. A Promise That Changed Everything. After that tough moment in class, I felt broken inside. But I also knew something. I didn't want to stay that way. So that evening, I went for a walk. No phone, no distractions. Just me and my thoughts. I looked up at the sky and told myself, you are not weak. You are learning. You are growing. I realized I didn't just need another study plan. I needed something deeper. A real promise. Not to my teacher, not to my family, but to myself. That night, I went home and opened a brand new notebook. On the first page, in big, bold letters, I wrote, "This is the start of my new English life." Underneath, I wrote a promise. I will practice English every single day for 5 months. I won't just study grammar. I'll listen, speak, read, and write. I won't be scared of mistakes. Even when it's hard, I won't stop. Then I listed all the reasons why I wanted to learn English: to get a better job, to speak with people from different countries, to support my family, to feel proud of myself. These reasons became my fuel. Whenever I felt tired, I read them again. Next, I made a simple plan. 1 hour a day of English listening. Use subtitled videos first, then turn subtitles off. Repeat what I hear. This is called shadowing. Speak out loud to myself. Think in English during small daily activities. To track my progress, I put a calendar on my wall. Every day I practiced, I marked a big red X. I didn't want to break that chain. Those red marks gave me energy. They were proof. I was serious this time. Chapter 4. The first 15 days. The first 15 days were tough, but they were powerful. Every day I followed my plan. I listened to English for 1 full hour, podcasts, short stories, and simple YouTube videos. I started with subtitles. Then I watched again without them. This helped me understand faster. I also practiced shadowing. I picked a sentence, paused the video, and repeated it out loud, again and again. I tried to match the speaker's voice, speed, and rhythm. At first I felt awkward, but slowly my tongue started to move easier. My mouth got used to the sounds. In the morning, I talked to myself. I'm brushing my teeth. I have work today. I feel sleepy, but ready. At night, I said, I studied English today. I'm proud of that. These short self-conversations helped me build confidence. Chapter 5. Speaking without fear. After 2 weeks of daily speaking, something big started to change. My fear began to fade. Before, I was always afraid to speak. I thought people would laugh at my mistakes. I thought I would embarrass myself. But now, after speaking to myself every day, I was getting used to hearing my own voice. One morning, I stood in front of the mirror. I smiled at myself and said, "Good morning. How are you feeling today?" I answered, "I'm good. I feel ready to speak English today." It felt silly at first, but it made me comfortable with speaking. I spoke louder. I spoke clearer. Then I decided to challenge myself. I went to a local tea shop. I saw a tourist sitting alone. My heart beat fast. I almost walked away, but I remembered my promise. So I walked up and said, "Hi, are you visiting here?" He smiled and said yes. We spoke for 3 minutes. I made mistakes, but I didn't stop. I didn't run. I spoke. That day changed everything. I realized speaking without fear doesn't mean you're never scared. It means you speak even when you are. After that, I joined an online English group. At first, I just listened. Then one day I said, "Hello, my name is Ang. I'm learning English every day." People smiled. They welcomed me. That small moment gave me big confidence. Chapter 6. Learning to think in English. One evening, something amazing happened. I was walking home from work. I looked at the sky and suddenly thought, the clouds look beautiful today. But I didn't say it in my native language first. It came to me directly, in English. I stopped walking. I smiled and whispered, "Wow, my brain is starting to think in English." At the beginning of my journey, I used to translate everything. If I wanted to say, "I am hungry," I first said it in my language, then turned it into English. That made me slow and unsure. But now, things were changing. Simple thoughts started coming naturally. I need to eat. I'll go home now. Tomorrow is Sunday. This was a turning point. I realized thinking in English is the real key to fluency. So I decided to train my brain even more. When I cooked, I named everything in English. This is a spoon. I'm boiling rice. This pan is hot. While walking outside, I described what I saw. A boy is riding a bike. That woman is wearing a red dress. No books, no apps, just my eyes, my voice, and the world around me. At work, I wrote my to-do list in English. Reply to emails, print reports, call the manager. I even started writing small reminders to myself in English. It helped my brain accept that English is normal, not something special or scary. And slowly, English became like riding a bicycle, hard at first, but smooth with practice. I didn't need to think about balance anymore. I just moved forward. Final tips. 1. Make a promise to yourself. Write it down. Put it on your wall. Read it every day. 2. Practice daily. Even 15 minutes counts. Don't break the chain. Consistency beats perfection. 3. Talk to yourself in English. In the shower, on the street, in front of the mirror. 4. Listen and shadow. Use YouTube, podcasts, or English stories. Copy how they talk. 5. Tell small stories about your day, your memories, or your dreams. Make English personal. 6. Think in English. Train your brain to use English naturally, not just as a subject. 7. Enjoy the journey. Celebrate small wins. Don't chase perfect. Chase progress. Final words. If I can do it, so can you. I was afraid. I failed. But I kept going. English is not just for native speakers. It's for anyone who dares to try. Start today. Start small. And never stop. Your story is just beginning. So, if you got this video helpful, then like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more interesting and effective videos for your English practice like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.